It is 1971. The world is on the brink of digital revolution, although a very few realize it. Inside an office, one man is about to change the way we communicate forever. This is the era of ARPANET, a groundbreaking project connecting just a handful of computers across the United States. It was a time when communication between computers was rudimentary, limited to file transfers and simple messages within the same system. But in the midst of this, an engineer named Ray Tomlinson, working at Bolt, Beranek and Newman, PBN for short, had a visionary idea. Ray had been working on a program called SND-MSG. I guess that's send message? Way ahead his time, yeah? Well, it's a basic tool that allowed users to leave messages on the same computer. But what if those messages could be sent across a network? That was a big question. So Ray combined SND-MSG with another program called CPY-NET, which could transfer files between computers. And by merging these two concepts, he created the first ever email program, enabling messages to be sent from one computer to another no matter the distance. But still there was one big problem. How do we address these messages? Ray needed a way to direct the email to a specific user. Like, how do we send a message to a specific user in a specific computer? So Ray needed a way to direct the email to a specific user on a specific machine. The solution? The now infamous @ symbol. With this simple symbol, Ray gave birth to the email address format we still use today. The first email wasn't a grand proclamation. In fact, it was just a test message, a random string of letters. But this small unassuming act marked the beginning of a new era. It wasn't long before this simple tool began to spread. What started as an internal experiment among a few computers became a phenomenon all of a sudden, transforming how we communicate today. Email quickly became the backbone of digital communication, and by the late 70s, it was a standalone service on ARPANET used by researchers, military, and eventually businesses as well. And by the 90s, with the advent of the magical triple W's, the World Wide Web, email exploded into mainstream use. It became essential not just for work, but for personal communication, connecting families, friends, and colleagues around the globe. Today, over 4 billion people send and receive emails, with more than 300 billion emails exchanged every day, and it's hard to imagine a world without it. What started as a simple experiment in a small office at BBN became the catalyst for the digital age, and email paved the way for instant communication, e-commerce, remote work, and so much more. And I wouldn't hesitate to say that Ray's creation is not just a tool, it's a foundation of our modern interconnected world, and it all started with a few lines of code. In just a few keystrokes, Ray changed how we connect, share, and interact. A simple idea, a few lines of code sometimes, and that's all it takes to change the world. Maybe I should use that as an outro in all of my videos. We'll see.